Hi everyone, this is Isa Tees. Today I'm going to speak about asking the right questions. Have you ever noticed or have you ever paid attention to the little mind and all of the questions that it asks? It's usually asking something like, why did this happen to me? Why doesn't anything go well in my life? Why did he or she do that to me? We ask these why questions a lot of the time, and many of these questions, most of these questions, are very, very self-defeating. Because what happens is the mind is made up of beliefs and programs and concepts and what I call recycled ignorance. That means that what it does is as you are born and as you grow up, you acquire information. It's inputted from your family, your friends, the media, everywhere, and you start to develop ideas and concepts that you think are real. Now, it doesn't matter if you even have any experience with this or not. Joe Schmo said so, so it must be true. That gets integrated inside of you, and soon these concepts become our way of life. It's how we think. It's what we do every day. Well, the same happens with what it is that we think. We hear something like when you were little, say 10 or 12, your dad might have said something like, you're never going to make it. You're never going to make yourself into anything. And that gets integrated and taken in and creates a belief system internally. So when you ask the question, how come success always eludes me? Your mind goes running off and says, well, it's because you're never going to make anything of yourself. And it feeds back to you from the file cabinet of the mind where you have retained some belief system and some idea that is not even true. And as a result, we continue to build on these questions. And as we ask them over and over again, we are continuously creating more of what it is that we don't want. So what is critical here today is for you to be aware of what it is that your questioning mechanism is saying. And you do that by looking internally and being conscious. Be conscious of what kinds of things are occurring in your life, because when you do that, if you look at your outer life, you're going to know what's going on in your inner world. And when you pay attention to the questions that are being asked subliminally or subconsciously, and you bring them to the surface, then what occurs is you have the ability to change those. So what if you ask questions instead of like, why does everything go bad for me? Or how come I never am successful at anything I do? Or when I work with my kids, they don't listen to me, and why is that? And instead of sending your mind off to look for validation of that being so, what if you ask yourself, why is my life so awesome? Why is it that my kids listen to me when I speak? What would I need to do to create an extra $5,000 this month? I wonder what it would take for me to just feel awesome every day when I wake up. What if you went inside and you started asking your body, hey, what would it take for you to feel stronger and healthier and more vibrant? When you start asking yourself these kinds of questions, what occurs is that your mind now is going off on a search for all of the answers to what it is that you're going to want to hear. Well, what will it take for me to have a stronger immune system? Well, the body then starts building this up. And I want to give you a personal example. A couple of days ago, I started not feeling really well, and I started having sinus, and my throat was burning, and all these things were going on. And there's a certain place where, you know, you're fighting it, and then it gets you. And I have not the desire to have that, you know, get me thing. And I was taking some immune boosters, and it wasn't really doing the trick as much as I would have liked. So what I did is I said, hey body, what would it take for you to make the immune system so strong that you feel healthy, that this body feels healthy, really right now, 100%. And I am not kidding. In an hour, I started feeling like really, really good. And then the next day I started feeling that again, and I had to bring it back and repeat the statement but this is how powerful it is. And I'm kind of integrating a couple things here, not just the questioning, but also speaking to your body. Because when you speak to your body and you start asking it to give you the results that you're looking for, you'll be amazed how easily it will give you what it is you're asking for. The same can be true with what it is that you're asking about money. Well, what would it take for me to have an extra $5,000 this month? What would it take for me to have a job that I love more than anything? What would it take for me to wake up feeling inspired and alive every day to where I would say, I love my life? Start asking questions that will give you the results that you love. That your mind that is just there working, it doesn't have an opinion about anything. It's just feeding back. It's like a computer. It's just put it in and then feeding back. And it's been put in so much of the time without you even knowing it. So today you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to bring yourself to pristine awareness. Pristine awareness about what it is that you're giving your mind a job to do. Is it a job that's going to create success or failure, joy or depression, health or illness? You're in charge more than you realize. Take this moment and make it be what it is that you would like it to be, and start asking the questions that will give you the results, the answers, and the experiences that really drive you in life. I request that you will please like this video if it's on Facebook where you're watching it. I would really appreciate that, because together we can create a world that we all love living in. And if you'd like to know more about the work that I do, you can go to www.ultimateresultsacademy.com. In addition to that, if you'd like to see this blog where it is posted and other blogs that I've done, then go to www.livingthegamecalledlife.com. I really look forward to connecting with you. Please leave me comments and let me know what you would love to hear spoken about. You're important to me. You're a powerful being. And you have the ability to ask the questions like, how did I get so lucky to have you in my life? Have an awesome day.